Okay guys, I'm in a different location. I'm sitting in my living room. I literally just got back from being with my sister and my family for the past 4 days. She is 34 weeks pregnant. We just had a little sprinkle for her. And yeah, so let me get into. So I'm here with my second Shop My Stash video. Last week I put up my first Shop My Stash video, and it was really good to go in my collection of panning products and pick out the things that I wanted to use for the week and focus on, and I felt like I was really able to do that. So here's my second basket. A lot of things are the same, but I did pull out or add to. I still feel like my basket is way too big, but as I go along and do this series and products roll in and out of projects, then maybe I'll be able to like fine tune comb it a little bit more. But anyway, I'm in my living room because I just got back, and my upstairs right now, the room that I do my filming in, is really torn apart. I'm waiting to get a vanity in, so everything's kind of all over the place. And then I didn't have time to put on makeup, and I just said, you know what, I'm filming it. I'm filming it. These are my buddies, and they don't care. If you do care, I'm sorry. You can tell me down in the comments below, but for now, this is the way it is. So let me get into what's in my basket. So let's go with like my base products. I put in my Ofra corrector pot in the shade Mint. I still have this in a project as a usage goal, and I didn't use it really at all. I have my two eye bases in, the Gerard Cosmetics and my NYX glitter glue. Those will stay in. I decided to pull out my other primer and focus on the Tachi. It's the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas. So I wanted to focus on this and maybe even use it up, because this is where I started and I haven't even used it yet. So I also have my Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Balm. I have my NYX Color Corrector. I have my two powders that I've been working on for a bazillion years, but I gotta say, one of them is almost done. So I'm using the Becca Set and Refresh, and I'm using the Becca Under Eye Brightening Powder. Those two will be in my basket until they're done. I'm also working on the Hangover 3-in-1 spray. So this was in last week. I'm gonna leave it in another week and see how far I can get with it. Same thing with this CC cream from Physicians Formula. My goal is to finish up the product, so I'm gonna keep this in as well one more week and see how much more use I can get out of it. I switched out my bronzer, and I'm working on the Ofra Bronzer Duo in the shade River. This is the Samantha March collab, so I'm gonna take a gamble on this one for the week instead of the other two I had in. I'm still gonna keep in my Milk Makeup Turned Stick highlighter, but I pulled out the Rodeo Drive highlighter, and I'm putting in this Becca Rose Quartz instead. I kind of was looking for a pinky highlight, so I want to add this one in. And I left the two ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks, because I'm working on two of them. One is a usage goal and one isn't, so one's a tip pan, one's a usage goal. I'm keeping in these two blush products. They're in my Graveyard Project pan, so I want to try to get as much use out of them as I can by October, so I'm going to keep these in. Then I added in this liquid blush. This is the Work Stick Blush from Milk Makeup. I had to put it in this compact because I rolled up the tube and it wouldn't go back down. So I scraped it all out and put it in this pan. So I'm gonna work on this. This is a blush product. And then I also added in my blush duo from Ofra in the shade Chicklet. This is also a Samantha March collab. So that is my face. Base products, my face products. So let's get into like my eye stuff. My brow pencil from NYX is going to continue to stay in until it's done. My ABH brow gel in clear is going to stay in until it's done. I'm going to keep in these two liners, the unique one in the shade Pompous and the Marc Jacobs highliner in black. I really want to try to finish these off, so I'm going to keep these in as well. I had to switch out my mascaras. I had two going. One was in a project. Both of them dried out, so I am changing it up. I'm going to put in the Urban Decay Subversion Primer along with the Perversion mascara. So I'm going to try to use both of these together and see how long I can make those last. And then for like eyeshadows, I am going to put in my Stila liquid shadow. This is the Vivid Smoky Quartz shade. So I'm going to put this in. I use it a lot on my lower lash line. So I didn't put this in last week. So I want to put it in this week to try to focus on it for my project A to Z. I'm keeping in my 3 ColourPop shadows because I have these in my Partners in Cream and I just want to use them occasionally. And I'm keeping in the same 2 palettes as last week, my Artemis palette and my Lorac 2 palette. This one I've been using a lot more, which I'm really excited about. It is my Pan That palette for the year. And this one is in my No Pan Left Behind. And I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I can almost roll this out. So I'm excited. So I wanted to keep working on them. And then finally for lippies, I put in my ColourPop Lippie Stick in the shade Brink. I'm keeping in my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk pencil liner. I'm adding in my Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This has a usage goal on it, so I want to try to use it a little bit. I'm keeping in my Ofra Gloss in the shade Millie, and I'm also keeping in my Revlon Nude Illuminator lipstick. So that's my makeup basket for the week. I know these are really short and I'm not really going into a ton of detail on how much I used and how I used it and all that, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what it is that I'm pulling in to have on my vanity for the week. Maybe I'll get a little more fancy with it as time goes on and try to show you like, okay, this is where I store it and this and that, but right now, this is as good as I can do. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you liked me, please consider subscribing. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.